Hello and welcome to episode 75 of the
You have to do
DaebakCast.
that alone.
Yeah, it's weird. without Andrew here this week. Anyways, this is a weekly podcast where the three of us come together each week.
Or
Actually, two of us this week. Usually it's three of us. Anyways,
gather around this table.
Gather around these screens. Anyways, shout out to you if you know that reference. Probably don't, but
No.
it's fine.
Anyways,
Anyways,
Cooper.
this is a weekly podcast where this week the two of us come together to talk about K-pop and whatever's current in the industry. This week is a little different of an episode. This week we're only going to have two topics. One is an album review and another is a user-submitted topic, which I guess we'll announce. We asked a bunch of our weekly listeners, that is, to give us some suggestions on topics we could do this week. We decided to choose one of them, but fear not. We're going to sort of like cash away your suggestions because a lot of them were pretty good. So we figure I'll talk about them in a later date when we need something to fill in some time. So from here, we can get right into...
You didn't
Actually,
introduce me.
No. As always, this is throwing me off. As always, I'm joined by Nate.
Life's a bitch, but mine's a movie. Jenny.
Jenny, yes.
I don't have three things. Because Andrew's not here, he doesn't have three things. But you should join our Facebook group and our Discord chat. And eventually, when we remember and
we need to
we'd set up our Reddit.
I mean,
I think you could go and sub.
Would use it, but we'll see.
Yeah, it was the most voted thing on the.
I'm honestly surprised because
I was too, but I think
it's because I'm not really a Reddit user, so that's why.
Yeah, and I just lurk. I literally never post. It's just Andrew who uses it. But I think the reason
I like Reddit, but I always forget to check it because it's like not in my thing. I always check Twitter and Facebook.
I think the reason is a lot of people actually found us from when Andrew used to post. So
that could be before
that might
our
be
K-pop
why.
is like, stop, we hate you, stop posting.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, let's move into topic one.
Yes. All right. So topic one is probably the one you'd expect. BlackPink released a mini album after 1,000 years in hiatus.
Yep, and it only has 4 songs, which is way smaller than any other person's mini albums. Like 5 is usually the minimum.
All right, we're gonna try to refrain from this being a fuck YG
episode.
Hate
on YG. Oh,
yeah,
that's okay.
Because we've done enough of those. To be honest,
definitely.
we made it clear how we feel about this situation.
Although there will be times where I hate on YG and Teddy, but I will try to do it, and because of these songs specifically, not because of their management of BlackPink.
The other topic might also make it turn into that, but whatever.
Definitely. yeah. There's actually going to be a lot of YG hate in this episode. So we were
sorry to YG stans. We like their artists.
Yeah.
Not that we
just hate the person.
The company
and the
company's
company's management
come
style.
on.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into this though.
Yes. Anyway,
so
square up.
And if you were worried because Andrew's not here, we have his notes, so I will read those where he would usually give his impressions. So you still get his thoughts. You just don't get it from his voice.
Yep.
So it's gonna be another. Was it
voice.
Victoria that called us the monotone because it's just us?
We're because Andrew's the one that has all the animation in his voice.
Exactly.
Like I could never be a singer because this is the only tone I can go at.
Yep.
We were at karaoke in Toronto and Andrew's like, dude, you're not even changing the note. I'm like, I'm trying. I can't though.
I can change my note, but when I'm talking, I don't. I have very little animation to my voice, so it's gonna be a very monotone episode. Sorry, Victoria. Okay, first song is "Doot It" or "DDDD" as Jacob has called it.
Yeah, I coined that phrase because of Andrew and Nate's feelings towards it.
Yes,
also
exactly.
Mine being on the opposition.
Yes,
once again.
Very similar to DDD from EXID. So for me, I'll go with the good first. Jenny's rap verse is insane. It's probably the best perfect rap verse. It's definitely the best rap verse she's ever had. It's one of the best rap verses of the year.
I really liked her rapping Whistle, so I was glad this like this went hard like versus that. Like before it was more of like an understated rap.
Yep.
And this one she just like went in with the, full speed,
Yeah, exactly. I really like Rosé's singing in the bridge. They actually let her sing with her actual voice for once, and so it sounds really good. And I like the styling of the MV's like sets and just the colors and stuff. Like, I mean, they reused stuff.
I didn't
supposedly.
notice the reused stuff from.
I didn't either, but I mean,
to be honest, like
really,
I see the same aesthetic, but it's a
exactly,
video.
exactly. They're all lots of pink and black and like it's just very similar style to all their music videos. So I didn't specifically notice things that were copied, but apparently there were.
Like there's that shot of when Rosé first shows up and she's looking at herself like up on a pedestal.
Yeah.
In that like wedding dress looking thing. Like the sort of like the color I guess of the shot was like very orange, which is something that YG tends to go towards, which I think at this point is a little bit cheesy, but it still looked really nice. I guess I think it's it just seems like something that you would make in like 2012, not 2018.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But I mean, it's a classic K-pop video though, so I'm not gonna knock it for that, to be honest. Like, it's like I always like to see like throwbacks and stuff like that, whether it was meant for or not, I guess. And then also the part in the beginning where it's spinning around that rock like throne thing that they were sitting on.
Yeah,
I thought that was a really cool shot as far as the video goes.
Yep. So unfortunately, that's all I have to say that I thought was good. So for the bad, I think the chorus is really boring. It's just, I don't know, like it's not even like that catchy in my opinion. Like sure, the did it do gets stuck in your head, but it's not like a fun catchy that like Bingo Bango gets stuck in your head. And like I thought that was a kind of boring chorus.
See, I think it just doesn't hit the right like note, I guess. Yeah. Because like if you go back and look at more like Teddy produced songs, they tend to have like just the beat that goes in the background with a repeated phrase.
Yeah,
usually.
Yeah, definitely.
Like the only one I can think of off the top of my head that doesn't go off that trope is like As If It's Your Last. Like that had a real pop chorus.
That had a real actual chorus,
Yeah, like if you think about like even with Sunmi's Gashina, like it just goes way up and down to go Gashina.
Yeah, it's a drop chorus.
It kind of does like the same thing.
Yeah.
Even Big Bang's like Fantastic Baby from like 2012.
Oh
like,
yeah. That's always been a style, but I just felt like this one didn't hit like those do.
I think for you specifically, I mean, I think it's because the beat that goes in there isn't quite as hype. It's kind of just like weird, like changing into these weird random notes, which I kind of dig it. I think it kind of sounds cool, but it's like I can see where you're going because like Justin Bieber had a song years ago where they did a similar sound, except it did this boo-doo, 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 where it did this weird thing at the end, which like killed it for me. So I hated that originally, but I think this was actually it's like an inverted trumpet or something like that.
I
don't know.
Really
I think that's what people said.
Synth sound.
But anyways, I think it sounds pretty cool in this song. But yeah.
Next for me, I don't think the singing parts fit at all with the rest of the song. To me, like
I heard a lot of people say that as well, which again I thought it was completely fine, but I don't know.
Yeah, like I like the singing parts, but compared to the rap and the chorus, it just feels off to me for some reason. I can't really put my finger on why, but it does. Lisa's styling is garbage. They need to.
I thought it was
like
her
outfit
cool,
styling,
except for those weird boots.
Well, yeah, she had like what was it in the first performance or whatever? She had the like, what was the comeback with SNSD that had like the rubber gloves, the pink rubber gloves? Was that Paparazzi?
Oh, paparazzi had those.
It had yeah. So yeah, she had like rubber gloves or whatever, and then the weird boots, and then like a sexy outfit, and someone captioned it, and it was like, when you need to clean the kitchen, but you have to be in the club in 30 minutes or something.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is like exactly what it looks like. It's so weird. And then finally, Teddy needs to stop ruining Rosé's voice like he did with Bombs. Like, stop making her sing in this super nasally, not natural voice. Like, her voice sounds amazing. Like, go listen to GD's. Which song was she on? She featured on one of the songs on One of a Kind.
I don't remember. It's like, I know the Korean goes kill good.
Yeah, like go listen to that song. She sounds amazing, and that was like 7 years ago. Because she's singing with her normal voice, and in the bridge she sings with her normal voice, and it sounds amazing. It's like, stop.
Without you.
Yeah, Without You. That's right. Just stop ruining it. Stop it, Teddy. You're gonna ruin her voice like you did with Bomb's voice.
Actually, that was in 2012. How old was?
Yeah, it was 2012
at that time.
6 years ago. So she was probably like 15. I don't know how old she is. She 21.
I think she's like a year older than me.
21.
Year or two. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's a year older than me, so she was 16 then.
Okay.
So 15. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
she's 6
15.
years ago.
Yeah. So going into Andrew's thoughts, I'm just gonna read his whole paragraph, and you can elaborate on your own. But basically, he pretty much agrees with me. He says, for this song, I stand by the tweet I made last week regarding this song. The chorus is less interesting rendition of Black Widow by Pristine, but with an over-reliance on the beat carrying the entire song instead of BlackPink's vocals. Song structure and line distribution that Teddy uses in the song has become incredibly predictable, even with BlackPink's limited discography. The one standout in this song was the rapping, and despite Lisa's use of triplet flow, which has been beaten to death by this point in 2018, Jenny's verse might just be the best rap verse I've heard this year, male or female. Incorporating more rap verses would have won me over more of the song, but as it stands, it's probably one of their weakest singles.
Yeah, I could go with that. Except I like it more than
Kumbaya,
which I guess is kind of a hot take, to be honest. But
I see. I feel like Kumbaya gets a ton of hate, but it's like one of my favorites, actually.
I don't know. I just find it the most generic out of all of them.
Yeah, I think
it's like BlackPink, like playing it safe.
Oh yeah, I think because I heard it before Whistle, like that. I've listened to that one first. It just that it is BlackPink playing it safe, but it's what BlackPink sounds like to me. Like that is their sound.
I like this is their black side, right? Like more like the
Red Velvet type thing, yeah.
And then the pink is like the poppy catchy stuff, like Playing with Fire or As If It's Your Last. I think that's how it is. So. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I like, because I definitely prefer the Playing with Fire or As If It's Your Last style songs, because they're super
the poppy stuff.
Catchy. Like if I go on my iTunes right now and I sort by like number of plays, let's see if I can get back to the top. Yeah, Playing with Fire is my 6th most played song on my entire iTunes.
Wow, that's pretty high up there.
Yeah, well, because when it came out, I spammed the crap out of it.
You just spammed it, yeah.
Yeah, like I listened to it 80 times.
Wow.
So, yeah. That's just on my computer.
Yeah, not counting your phone.
So, yeah.
So, any other thoughts about DDDD?
I thought it was a good song. I think it was still a decently strong single. Like originally, I kind of had a similar like thought to you guys did, but like after it kind of had the EXO Wolf effect that I kind of coined. Is that it? Like after I listened to it a few times, it definitely grew on me. Like I listened to it in the car with the volume up. That's the best way to listen to it. It's like when it's loud and just like you're like, yeah, this is hype. Yeah, I think if we saw something like this live, I think it would have a similar effect also, like how NCT had with me, is like, wow, this is amazing live.
Yeah.
Because I think it's definitely is a song that's meant to be performed live or played in a club. Like that's definitely what the purpose of this is. So, yeah.
Okay, moving on to Forever Young. This is a dancehall tropical house song, and I was really happy because everyone knows I think I coined on Twitter last week that I'm number one fan of K-pop tropical house songs. Because everyone kept saying how played out they were, and I was like, no, never, they will never be played out. So yeah, I really like the singing, the instrumentals. If you watched the live version, the choreo and the styling is really good. It's probably my favorite BlackPink song, but then, why does it become a random 21 song in the last 30 seconds? It doesn't fit at all. It's so garbage. I was so upset.
That was one of my mental notes as well. When I listened to it, I was like, you could literally chop that off. And
exactly. I literally said that in the chat. I was like, I think when I rip this song, I'm going to go into Audacity and cut out that part of the song. Like, it's so random and doesn't fit. The song was, like I said, it was probably...
Yeah, like, it still would be over, like, 3 minutes, too, because the song's 4 minutes long.
Yeah. It's like, that's why I said, like, this is my favorite BlackPink song, period. But then that happened.
Was like, ooh, they got to be able to bump this in the club. Got to add this portion at the end.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know what they were thinking.
I have no idea.
So,
that being said, I really hope they do an MV for this.
Yeah.
Like, because I think this is the other single, right?
Well, this is what they performed.
Cooper said that to us.
This is what they performed on music shows with it. So.
I hope it gets an MV, especially if we get this like rumored repackage or whatever. I don't know. Actually, I'd rather have another song, but whatever. I'll take an MV for this, I guess. Jenny's rap in this is really good, as referenced by your English quote earlier.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the vocals were good. Again, like the tropical house, like it wasn't obnoxious and generic and boring like a lot of it is today. So I was good with that. So yeah.
Yep.
I'm not sure if it's my favorite on the album though. It's between this and then the last track.
Song? The last track. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We're gonna get into that one. But before we do, Andrew's notes on Forever Young. He said, surprisingly, the tropical house vibes of this song wasn't what ruined it for me. In fact, it made it. What ruins the song for me, the completely unnecessary key change at the end of the song that comes off as super try-hard and wanting to execute the K-pop formula of amalgamating different sounds into one cohesive song. Just make another more dancehall-inspired song instead of tacking it onto the end here. So basically what I said, like, he really liked the song, tropical house stuff, but the end of the song just comes out of nowhere and ruins it.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. Like,
I don't know.
Why?
Moving on to really probably the only song I didn't have any problems with.
Actually, you know what? Go back a second. That last part at Forever Young, I almost feel like it was a different song, and they're like, I really want to include this. All right, we're going to tack at the end of another song. So that they only have four songs. They can only have 4 songs,
exactly. That's what I said. That's what I originally said when people were complaining about it, and I didn't listen to it, but I was like, yeah, they can't have more than 4 songs. Cooper, what are you talking about? Moving on next, we have Really. So this is actual. I feel like Forever Young's like kind of dance hall-y with like tropical house vibes. Really is just a chill tropical house song, like straight up, and I really like that. That's probably my favorite type of tropical house, was when it's more chill. And yeah, so this song's probably my favorite. It's hard to tell because like Forever Young without the ending part would be my favorite, but I think Really is probably my favorite. The only thing I had a little bit of problem with is at the end, there's kind of like a rapping part. Like there's chanting and then there's like a repeated rap line. And I felt like that rap line part didn't really have to be there, and it would have been better if it just ended with the chanting.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things where they're just tacking stuff on.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, let's see how many gimmicks we can fit. The whole story
of this album is like there's just random things that don't belong in any of these songs that just ruin it for me.
It's gimmicky, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like they're taking otherwise really good songs, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and like just like adding unnecessary stuff.
Yep, exactly.
Because like spoiler, it's not a 9, but I would have given it a 9 if they didn't like keep doing like this crap, like.
Yeah.
Because I really like BlackPink's music, and like a lot of people see me like seemingly criticizing them, but I'm not criticizing them. I'm criticizing YG because I want more music from them.
And the production team and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like why? I don't understand why they're like drip feeding us BlackPink. Like why?
Yeah.
You're missing out on so much money. Like there's, like clearly today they got 60 million views in 3 days.
Yeah.
On their MV. Like. Clearly there's a market here, and clearly their fans eat this crap up. Like if you kept releasing like at the rate that I don't know, like Twice does, but with just as good music as you are right now, like people would still eat this crap up. Like even with stuff that Nate doesn't even like people would still buy it.
Well, and that's what I was gonna say. Like they're drip feeding us music, and they're not even like trying with the music. Apparently it took you a year and a year to produce this. Like there's so many things wrong with these songs. You'd think after a year, okay, and like, well, personally,
most of the things wrong with the songs are easy fixes though.
Exactly. Why? How did they had a year to figure this stuff out? Fix it. Like don't put a random other song in the end of the best song on the album.
Honestly, like so my actual thoughts for this song, like I think this is definitely the most like I guess unique and like fresh sounding song, I guess. Like
it's also the most cohesive.
Yeah, definitely. Which I do appreciate that. I think See You Later, which is the last track we'll get into in a second. I just like the verses more. That's why I like it so much. It's just because of the verses. Yeah. So yeah. Andrew's thoughts now.
Yep. So Andrew's thoughts on really so nice of them to give BlackPink their own Omona from Mix 9 sounding song when the fan MV with BlackPink members hit over 1 million views. So if you don't know, there's a song that was made for Mix 9 for the girls that sounded like straight up like a BlackPink song, and so someone just made a music video for it using like cuts of other BlackPink music videos, and that got over 1 million views. He said the hook is super catchy, and despite it sounding very 2NE1-esque, it was very well executed and provides a much better balance of vocals and rapping than DDDD did. I'd say this is easily my favorite song off the mini. So moving on to See You Later, which Jacob kind of foreshadowed. And literally my only notes are, I was jamming to this song and then the chorus happened. How did they screw this up this bad? This is like DDD okay, so like I think the chorus is fine for DDDD. It's just boring to me. This is like taking that and making it 1,000,000 times worse. The verses of this song are so good and the chorus is so bad. It's
for me,
ridiculous.
Like that's actually my same thoughts, except for me, in my opinion, like the verses are so good that it like is still my favorite.
See, no, album. This was,
but it's so weird though. Like they're building up really catchy to like this really like as if it's your last style chorus, and then they just throw it out the window.
And then it's just like, what happened? Like, what is wrong with Teddy? What did he do? He's had a year and he's made so many horrible mistakes with these 4 songs. Like, this was another thing where I said, like Forever Young, I might take this track and just cut the choruses out using Audacity. Just listen to this song with verses. It's so good. The verses are so good. I was so upset when the chorus happened. I was like, I literally said what out loud. Like, I don't know what to do, Jacob. I don't know what to do.
I do like the part where Lisa's like, coulda, woulda, shoulda, didn't. I kind of like that. But, yeah.
Any other thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know. I really like the like sort of like bounciness of like the lyrics in the verses. The rap was really good. Again, like it's literally just the chorus. Like there's these easy little fixes you could do is like literally just cut out these sections and then replace it with like, I don't know, just something more musical, I guess is what I would do. Like something with more musicality to it than just repeating the same line with some electronic in the background.
I know, and it didn't, like, an electronic doesn't even fit the rest of the song. Like,
Yeah.
it was so, like, it's electronic, like, the verses, but it was, like, very acoustic sounding and very, like, yeah, as if it's your last style. I don't know. It was just so good, and it just got so ruined. So Andrew's thoughts for "See You Later." He said, "See you later, maybe never" is such a fitting outro track, considering we probably won't get any music from them until Jacob's sister graduates college. The verse, which Jacob's sister is what, like 15 or whatever.
That'll be in 5 years. Yeah, she's about to be a senior. So.
Oh, okay. So she's older than I thought she was.
Yeah.
Is it your brother that's 15 then?
My
Isn't
brother.
one of them 15?
My brother is going to be a sophomore.
Yeah, that's like 15 or 16, whatever.
He's turning 15. Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm turning 20. So
yeah. Okay. The verses for the song are again well executed, but the chorus repeating the same words over and over again comes off as lazy, despite the beat being well composed. It's another song I wanted so hard to like, but just didn't do enough outside of the verse to win me over. Pretty much the exact same thoughts that we had.
Yep.
So before we get to rating, I think we've pretty much said our thoughts on the overall album.
We
so
can do
Jake,
our ratings.
Well, Andrew left a really
Andrew's
long closing.
Yeah, we can do that last because I read it earlier.
Okay, so you wanted me to do that after ratings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he includes his rating in that. So
yeah, he puts it before. So for me, this is a 4 out of 6 for music. Like I said in the chat, 4 out of the 4 songs had things I liked a lot, and 3 out of the 4 had things I hated a lot. So it was between a 3 and a 4 for me, and I leaned 4 because 2 of the songs are Tropical House. And I really did like the stuff I liked a lot. I did a 2 out of 3 for Concept, which was kind of pushing it in my opinion. Because honestly, I didn't even really like DDD's choreo that much either. I watched it once and like it's okay, but it's not that great. Forever Young's choreo is really good. But yeah, the styling for the music video and everyone but Lisa's was good. Lisa's styling's weird. So I gave it a 2 out of 3. Gave it the benefit of the doubt, and then I gave him a bias point. So for me, it's a 7. Andrew gave it a 4 out of 6 for music. So same as us. Probably he had pretty similar thoughts to me, so that makes sense. He gave it a 1 out of 3 for Concept, though, so he must have really not liked the styling in the music video, because he didn't really talk about the music video or anything.
I don't know. Personally, I think he's being a little harsh on the Concept part, but
yeah.
Well, because I don't know. We'll see. Well,
yeah,
I'll talk to him, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can ask him or ask him in the comments.
By the way, if you're listening to this and you're mad at Andrew for being so harsh, you can get on our Discord or Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect plug. And then he did give them a bias point. So he gave it a 6 out of 10. And then Jacob.
So, like I was kind of between 4 and 5 out of 6 for music. I think I'm leaning towards 5 out of 6 just because I enjoyed all the songs, but like I enjoyed all 4 of the songs. I just like there's easily I can easily point out the problems with each one, I guess, and the ways to fix them, in my opinion. And I'm not even that musically educated, I guess. Like I'm not at all actually, and. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like they're like if it's that blatant, like there's some clear problems with them. If it's that easy to point out and that easy to fix,
Yep.
So yeah, I gave it a 5 out of 6 for music, and then 2 out of 3 for Concept, and 1 out of 1. So I gave it an 8 overall. It's a very forgiving 8, basically.
Yeah. I gave it a 7, and like I said with the music, I was close to giving it a 6, but I felt like it was a little too harsh because I did like a lot of the stuff on the songs. I was just so pissed off at the other stuff that I almost gave it a 6. So overall it's a 7. It doesn't get a shiny. I'd say it's probably a pretty disappointing rating for what we've waited so long for. And kind of what we expect out of BlackPink. Because I would say if you put their other 5 singles together on a mini album, I would probably give it a 9 or 10. Andrew, I could see giving it an 8 or up.
100%.
I don't know what you would give it. Probably a 9 or 10.
I'd give it a 10. I listen to that all the time.
Exactly. I would probably give it a 10 as well. And I could see Andrew giving it. I don't know how harsh he would be on the stuff he doesn't like. So,
well, he
but
doesn't
you at
like
least
that
give it.
Andrew's still stung by 21. So
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's what.
But he would definitely give that an 8 or up. So like, yeah, I think this being a 7's a little disappointing to us. But we definitely liked a lot of things about it. So for Andrew's closing statement, it's pretty long, so bear with me. So regardless of what I think of this album, BlackPink is obviously going to be incredibly successful. I would not be shocked if by the time this airs, they pass 100 million views on DDDA in an insane amount of time, which goes to show how dedicated Blinks are to the group despite their anemic discography. However, taking into account their lack of output and the hit or miss quality of their singles, there is no possible way that I would ever even consider BlackPink to objectively be the best girl group in K-pop right now. And before the Blinks fire up their dox machines, number 1, I just moved to a new house, so sucks for you. And number 2, this is a criticism I'm willing to levy against other girl groups such as Twice. The one thing I value above all when it comes to artists is consistency when it comes to the quality of their releases. And that's a quality that's rarely found in K-pop in general. It's an accomplishment to see what BlackPink has achieved popularity-wise in such a short span, but until YG, Teddy, and the rest of the production team decide to make music for the group that doesn't sound halfway good, or production that doesn't sound overly sporadic and non-cohesive, then BlackPink will not ascend and develop beyond where they are musically right now. So.
I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Like, I think what they need to do is do kind of what Icon did and step away from Teddy a little bit.
Oh, definitely. I definitely think they need to step away from Teddy.
Well, because I don't know what's going on, because he's like easily one of the best producers in K-pop in my opinion. Like he produces hit after hit after hit.
Yeah, but well, like he's giving. I love that he's giving.
Flat.
Yeah, well, he's giving the non-YG artists the good songs because he gave Sunmi 2 amazing songs in a row.
Yeah,
and she doesn't
like give BlackPink something that's. No, like seriously, just take a song that you meant to give to Sunmi and just give it to BlackPink.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be perfectly fine with that. And that's coming from somebody who's a huge fan of Sunmi.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Like, I really really like BlackPink. Like I said, like not as if it's your last. Playing with Fire again, 6th most played song on my iTunes.
Yeah.
Guess what number 1 is?
Genie.
No.
Is it?
It would. Genie definitely would be if I had. It would be
if you'd kept using, or if you'd used iTunes this whole time, or like your whole K-pop career or whatever. What artist?
Twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Is it TT? Oh no, it's Heartshaker.
Yeah.
Heartshaker's your number 1 listened song.
Yeah, and it has 168 plays.
Nice. Twice as many as...
dude, the second place has like 90.
What is second place?
It's second place has 140, so it's close. Third place has like 90, and that's Holiday.
Holiday's third place or second?
Yeah, it's third place.
No, what's
Cave
second?
Me In is second place.
Cave Me In. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then
I was gonna say Topo's got to be somewhere. I was wondering if maybe
11. So
sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
we should
I
do
want
that as a topic one day.
My
Our
problem
most
is
listened to songs on iTunes.
I don't use iTunes to listen to anything. It doesn't work though. My car, I don't get any stats from my car.
Dang.
Or my phone.
I think Spotify does it for Andrew.
Yeah, so you two could, but I can't.
Yeah. Okay, maybe if we ever have to do a fireside chat without Nate.
Without me, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to say sorry to the one fan that said they were looking forward to this review because it wasn't very positive.
We are sorry.
Although the thing is, they
completely fair. I feel like
they
especially me.
They listened to there's a couple fans who said they really liked this and thought it was their best song. So yeah, they're gonna be a little disappointed.
This definitely does not beat Playing with Fire. Not close.
But yeah, one fan, but she did. They did put it on the BTS album review where they disagreed with most of what we said. So I'm going to say if they can deal with what we said about BTS and disagreeing, they could probably be okay with disagreeing about what we said with BlackPink, but they did say they were looking forward to this BlackPink review, so I'm sorry.
I mean, I feel like, like I try to be as, I guess, quote unquote, objective as you can be about an opinion-based thing. Like, I try to be fair, especially with my scores. Yeah. So, I feel like giving this an 8, I definitely was being fair for them. So, don't kill me, kill Nate and Andrew.
Hey, I gave it a 7. He gave it a 6. Go after him.
Sick 'em, Blank, sick 'em.
Join our Discord and yell at him.
Yeah, join our Discord and yell at Andrew. That's how you solve problems.
Yep, exactly. Okay, let's move on to topic 2. Which we're not splitting this by episode parts, so it doesn't really matter.
We're just I'll do it in the I'll display the topic up top still, but
okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna release this episode all in one go.
As one episode, which is what we did last time.
Just to hold you off until the week after.
Yep. KCON. So for our topic, like Jacob said at the beginning, a lot of you guys gave us a bunch of topic ideas. Well, Rob gave us a bunch of topic ideas. A couple other people gave us one idea. But we're gonna save pretty much all those. I think what we can do is some of them would be like shorter, so we could combine those all into like a user submitted topic that goes over a couple of them.
We could do that sometime too.
And then some of the like bigger ones that we're not gonna cover now, we'll make a full topic. Because one of Rob's ideas. That we definitely want to do is how would you run your own entertainment company?
IOI Entertainment.
IOI Entertainment is how I would run it, and I would buy all of the branch groups contracts. But I'll get into that later. But we're gonna talk about Chris's suggestion, which will be kind of long, but it won't be super long. It'll probably be like 20-minute topic or whatever. Basically, he said, "What are our opinions on survival shows?" The temporary groups that come out of those survival shows and the effects on their branch groups, and specifically what do we think will happen to the 101 branch groups.
So I guess I'll start out with 101, I guess, because they're kind of like the biggest one at the moment. Like Produce 101 season 2, huge. Was it bigger than the first season? So I feel like it was. Yeah, because I mean, it was a second season at that point because like more people knew about it now.
It was second season. It was a boy group.
Yeah. Yep. So recipe for success, right? Yeah. So 101, I think they're definitely as far as like publicity goes, they're going pretty strong. I think music wise, they're pretty strong as well compared to IOI. I mean, because IOI kind of got screwed with music, to be honest.
Yeah, at the beginning they definitely did. Their B-sides were really good.
Like Nomu 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 and I got a boy. What a man. Yeah. Were the two like that were actually good, and then Dream Girls was kind of like this is the most generic song they could come up with.
Dream Girls was a horrible debut. That's why it was so upsetting because the original debut song was supposed to be Crush, and Crush was amazing. And then they debuted Dream Girls, and I was sad. But I think 101's been doing a lot better with music.
Speaking of debuts, Energetic, amazing debut.
Yeah,
well, like, that's honestly, in my opinion, it's like one of the best debuts like we've heard in a long, long time.
Yeah,
and they still haven't beaten it, in my opinion, either.
I was gonna say that's the thing with 101 is they're kind of on the opposite trajectory of IOI, where IOI kept getting better, and I feel like 101 started out with their best song and their stuff has been getting worse. Like there was
I think it's a reverse bell curve. Like they're starting to get better again.
One of their recent songs was really not that good at all. I can't remember what the name of it was. But the one that was like super auto-tuned
was one of those two.
I think it was Boomerang. But yeah, one of those is not that great. But in terms of what I think will happen with their branch groups, I think unfortunately it's probably going to be pretty similar to IOI. I think some of them are going to be not as popular, and then other ones are going to be a lot more. Yeah. So I guess like whatever Kong Daniel ends up in, that's going to be the most popular. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it's going to depend on the member. But I think, I'm trying to remember, because the thing with I don't really remember much about the members of 101. I really only ever remember Daehee, Kang Daniel, and Ong. But were there any of them that were from the same company?
I know Lai Guanlin was from Cube.
Yeah, but I'm like, because
I don't think there are any other Cubes, actually.
For IOI, we're only going to get, like, 3 of them, or, like, 6 of the members were from 3 companies. There were 3 companies that had 2 people in.
Oh, yeah, Fantagio, Jellyfish.
And, Pledis.
Yeah, Pledis, right.
So, like, I feel, and I could be completely wrong, because I don't remember the members of 101's companies, but there's going to be a lot more branch groups for 101, which I think is going to be even worse because it's going to spread it out even more. Because, like, I don't know. It's a really hard, and this kind of gets into the topic, the overall topic of, like, for the branch groups, it's just this. So, like, you guys should know I'm, like, really into the survival shows. I'm actually currently watching Produce 101 China, and I think that's probably the closest I've gotten to season 1 of Produce 101, like, in terms of, like, caring about the show. But, so yeah, definitely check out Produce 101 China if you aren't. It's really good.
Alright, so Daniel and Ji-sung are both from MMO. Oh, I'm on a thing, so I had to scroll up who it was. Are both from MMO, so
okay. Is that it?
Yeah,
though?
I think they're the only ones that are in the same company.
Yeah.
Wait. Daehee and
Daehee and
Ugin are both from Brand New.
Okay. So there's a couple. So I guess it's probably gonna be pretty similar.
So we got two companies that have 4 members. So.
But yeah, overall I think it's really hard because the thing is the survival shows really get you to care about these members, and they get you really into the group that they create. And this is coming from someone who's huge IOI fan.
Did you actually complete your IOI collection?
Yeah, Daya's debut album, which is insanely hard to find. I spent way too much money on eBay, and it's on the way.
So now you have every IOI branch album.
Yes, every version of every IOI branch album.
Oh my god.
The only thing is, like, if I want to go really crazy, I could get like random singles that Somi was been in, like her Eric Nam single, like or her Unease. I haven't gone that far. Unease is like really expensive, actually. I looked it up online. I thought about buying it. But yeah, so like the thing is, the survival shows you really care about the people on the show. Then usually the show does a really good job of getting you to care about the people that are popular. Like,
there's all those benefits. They only work if these members are people who are not already in a group.
Yeah, well, even if they are,
not that they don't work completely, but like, all right, so I guess I'm gonna segue a little bit. Like in the case of Mix 9, almost every single person on that show was already in a group, and all that does is just rip apart groups at that point.
Well, yeah, that's what I was getting at. So like, these shows get you to really care about these members and get you to really care about the project group, but then the problem is when, at least, I think it's more so with Korean fans than international fans, because international fans are much more open about caring about a lot of different groups and a lot of different idols. It seems like when the temp group splits up and all the members go to their own groups or enter new groups, it causes a problem where a lot of people basically become Ake fans. Like, they only care about the people that were in that one group. Like, when it was announced that Sejong and Mina were going to be in Gugudan, which is a 9-member group, there was so much hate on the internet saying why wasn't it a trio with Na Young, because Na Young was also on Produce 101 and she got like 15th or something. She was really close. She was really, really popular as well. And they did really well as a team the whole time. So everyone just got really pissed off that they were adding 6 random new girls that they didn't know to this group and just never even gave any of them a chance.
It's like when they tried to add Henry and Jomi to Super Junior, and all the Korean fans were like, "No,
yeah, exactly.
We will hate you forever if you do this."
Yeah,
like that's how like serious it was. I was like, "What the heck, dude?"
Yeah, like I think that causes a really big problem with these groups. It causes it like artificially creates situations like 4 Minute or Miss A where one member or a couple members are insanely popular compared to the rest of the group.
Yep.
And
it's like
people don't care about them at all.
I'd say the best example of that is probably Daya. Like,
yeah.
It's all about Cheon until Yebin and Somi went on the unit.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was about Cheon and it was about Kathy Heon, because she was also on Produce 101 and did really well, so people knew her. But yeah, then Cheon got into IOI and the focus went even more on Cheon and less on Kathy. And yeah, like it's that right there is a perfect example. Yeah, hopefully Yebin.
It also doesn't help that Cheon is considered to be like the most beautiful place in the planet.
Yeah, exactly.
She's most Korean people.
Yeah, she's considered to be like Suzy level attractiveness.
Yeah.
So she just gets all of the CFs. So yeah, I think that's the biggest problem, and I think that'll be the case for 101. Whenever that group splits up and they all go their separate ways. I think that's going to be the case. Well, I think it's less going to be the case for the unit because most of these girls are... I feel like most of their fans came from liking the group already. Like, I don't think people are going to go back when Unity is done. I don't think people are going to go back to Sunamu and hate on everyone but Uijin.
Yeah, no. In the case of the unit, it's mostly that's a show about like second chances.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they already have some fans that want to support them, and also they'll get noticed by fans of other groups that are also supporting their artists. And it sort of like shares the wealth, I guess, so to say, as far as fans go.
Yep.
So yeah, I think like with Unity, like in the case of like you and me, for example, like we know like literally everyone in the group already.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, like that kind of stuff I don't think will happen with the unit. And then there's Mix 9, which are those groups happening or are they not happening?
They're not happening. So because what happened was Mix 9 happened, and it was like girl group or a guy group gets to debut, whoever gets the most votes. And the guy groups won. The guy group won, obviously. So the girl group was never gonna debut. But then what happened was originally I think the terms of the contract were YG would get them for like 8 months or something. It was a fairly short amount of time. It was probably like 2 comebacks, like a debut and then a goodbye comeback. So that was the original terms.
Just one comeback.
Or just one because YG, yeah. It would take all 8 months. The end of their contract, they would debut, and then they would instantly disband. But then YG was like, well, I can't do much in that time because, he can't do anything in 8 months. He needs 4 years. So what he wanted...
If this were JYP managing this, like he would have come out with like three
exactly.
singles.
And they would have been amazing.
Like a couple mini albums.
So he said, I need more time. And so he offered a compromise with the companies where it would be, I think, 3 years, but the company would get
2 songs.
But the company the company would get their idols for half the time. Like, it would be 6 months with YG, 6 months with their original company for 3 years, which is like garbage because you can't get anything done. Like, they would train for a few months for a comeback, do the comeback, and then they wouldn't have enough time for another comeback. Then they'd have to go back to the YG dungeon, and he would work on a song for 6 months that would come out the next cycle. Like, so pretty much all the companies were like, no, fuck you, YG, like, we're not doing this. So it just got canceled. The group got canceled.
Yeah.
Which is for the best. I'm very happy for all those guys that would have been ruined by having to deal with YG if that went through.
I guess, yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, this is the case where, like, no, we don't want your survival shows, YG. Like,
yeah, and I would have...
because this one just seemed pointless, you know?
Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh, definitely.
all those groups were already, like, organically gaining fans, I feel like, at least internationally.
Yeah.
And sure, it would have helped them to get, like, a boost from YG, but, like, YG doesn't come out with music, A, and then B... You know, he's coming out with these ridiculous, like, contract things, and no company is ever going to agree to.
Yeah, like...
It's just...
I would have felt horrible for the 2 people in Ace that didn't go on any of the shows. Because Ace has 5 members, and 2 of them would have been in the Mix 9 group, and one of them's in UNB. So, there would have been 2 dudes at Ace, which Ace was gaining popularity. And they would have just been screwed for, like, years because...
They can just pull a TVXQ. Just debut as a duo.
Yeah. So, it actually worked out well for them that Mix 9 didn't happen because now Ace can just do comebacks as a 4-member group. And then can continue promoting that 5th member. But, yeah, it really didn't make sense. It was, like... Because, like... I feel like the unit got all the people... Like, the Mix 9 unit were trying to do the exact same thing. They were trying to take people that were in groups and do a survival show and try and make them more popular. But I feel like the unit got all the groups that were actually, like, in the situation that needed it.
Yep.
And Mix 9 had, like, Dreamcatcher and Luna and Ace. Like, these are groups that are getting popular on their own. Like, they don't need help. Like, especially, like you said, among international fans. Like, nobody from Luna needs to be in a survival show. They're basically been in a survival show themselves for the past year, 2 years. Like, just to debut in Luna.
I mean, the
Luna's
first
huge.
Luna single came out in 2016, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was October.
To...
October. It's going to be 2 years since they started introducing girls that they debut. Because it was October 2016.
That's going to be ridiculous.
Yep. But it's gonna be worth it because they're gonna be huge.
Yep. Speaking of survival shows, upcoming one, 16-2.
Produce 48 and 16-2.
I'm more excited for 16-2.
Oh, I'm so excited for 16-2. Yeah, we've got Somi, we've got Ryujin who got first on Mix 9 for the girls. And we have Chae-ryung, who was in 16-1.
There were all these, like, Chaes.
Oh, well, that's because they were twins or sisters. I don't know if they were sisters, but I don't know if they were twins. But there was Chae-ryung and Chae-ryun. So there was a Chae-yun and Chae-ryun. Like, just adding an L is literally all it was. So that had the exact same name. So yeah, there were 3 of them. But yeah, Chae-ryung and Chae-ryun were sisters.
And then Chae-young, who actually made it in.
Yeah, Chae-young. But one of them, I think, left to YG, but one of them stayed. And she showed up in... They basically showed the new... Like, most of the girls that are probably going to be in 16-2 in Stray Kids.
They did?
The beginning of Stray Kids, they actually made it out that the show had a chance to be about this girl group. Instead of the guys. Yeah. So like the beginning.
There's no way that's true.
The first episode, what they did was they went to the trainee showcase for JYP.
Yeah.
And they were like
picked whoever was
better. They were like this group of girls has a chance of debuting and this group of guys has a chance of debuting.
Imagine if we had a girl group called Stray Kids.
Well, I think that the name was created by the guys. They didn't have a name yet.
Oh,
so the name
see.
of the show was because of the name the guys chose. So it wouldn't have been called
Okay.
Stray Kids. But I don't think there was ever an actual chance of these girls debuting because they knew they were going to do 16 too. They just kind of played off. But they showed off a bunch of really talented girls that were all, and they were doing like hip hop, like really dance heavy style, which is what I think this group's going to be. Exactly. And it was really good. Like, it had a lot of really talented people in it. So yeah, that's going to be, 16-2 is going to be great. Produce 48 hopefully is good. There's been a little bit of controversy because they determined that only Koreans will be able to vote.
For 16?
No, for
Produce.
Produce.
I think that's kind of stupid.
It's the reasoning makes sense, but at the same time,
but the Japanese members are gonna get killed.
There's a chance they don't, but there's a chance they do. I'm actually interested to see if they actually do, because the reasoning for it is all the Japanese members are part of AKB48. They're already known idols, where all the Korean girls are actual trainees, so they're unknown.
Yeah, but I think what they should have
other
done
than like
is
a
made
couple
it
of
so
them,
that
like Colin.
they should have done the rumored thing where like it was like Koreans
Yeah,
can only vote
100%.
for Japanese, and
Yes,
Japanese
and
can
Japanese
only
can only vote for
Korean,
Koreans.
and then take the
Yes.
total number of Korean voters and weigh it on the Japanese votes.
Oh yeah,
And total number of Japanese voters and weigh it based upon like, you know, which like, so that way it's like even chance.
Oh yeah, that's 100% what they should have done. But if they weren't gonna do that, I do think their reasoning is sound. That I think if Japanese people were able to vote, because that's the other thing, I feel like Japanese fans are way more passionate. Well, because they're actual fans. They're AKB48 fans, where all the Korean members are just trainees. They don't have fans.
Yeah.
Like, the most known people are like Khan, and After School doesn't have fans anymore. Like, they've been gone for years. Like very few people even know.
Again.
Yeah, she just had her second baby. It's like people don't even know After School. So like, it would have been unfair if Japanese people were able to vote, but they really should have done the rumor thing. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, I do want to talk. I guess this kind of went into just talking about survival shows, but I do want to talk a little bit about Produce 101 China, because like I said at the beginning, it is getting the closest I've gotten to caring, as I did to Produce 101 Season 1, about the like people competing on the show. And I think the reason is, so I don't know if you knew, but there was a fake Produce 101 in China.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, Cheng Zhao and Kil Kyung were dance instructors on it.
Was it called Produce 101 too?
No, it was like Idol Survival something. I don't know, it was something very Chinese knockoff Produce 101. So that kind of got shut down by Mnet.
They're like, hey, you can't steal our format.
So, and it was literally straight up Produce 101. Like, they even had like the triangles and stuff for like, maybe it was diamonds or something.
It's probably because Mnet was already planning on doing.
Well, no. What happened is this actually isn't even Mnet. What they did is they actually they sold the license to a company in China. So this is an officially licensed Produce 101 show, but it's not put on by Mnet, which I think is the reason it's so good. Because I didn't realize. Well, I realized it, but it didn't bother me so much. But now watching Produce 101 China, it's so much more positive and wholesome than Mnet's horrible, evil editing. And like, there's
except for that one part where Tao was just yelling at everyone.
Well, no, but that was the thing. Like, when you watch Mnet survival shows, there's so much manufactured drama. Like, the problem is I watched Produce 101 China. I'm caught up to it, but I watched a bunch of it, and then I watched Stray Kids. And Stray Kids is the epitome of manufactured drama because they eliminated 2 members. And you knew from the start they were gonna let the group debut as a group of 9, but they tried to play it off like we're gonna eliminate people, and they put the members through so much stress by like having them compete and like the chance to be eliminated. And like for Produce 101 China, there's just none of that manufactured drama. Like, you brought up the the part where Tao like just straight up yelled at them, but that was like real. That was like legitimate because they were doing like a race to pick their songs or whatever for the second round of evaluations.
Like, by the way, I've only seen this clip out of context, so I have no idea what actually happened before.
So they were doing like a relay race, like to pick their songs or whatever.
Yeah.
And one of the girls fell and like got actually hurt. Like she didn't get back up again, but the rest of the teams just kept running. And so he got really pissed off. He's like, "This is like serious. Like you need to be a good person if you're an idol. Like you shouldn't." And like you can understand like a lot of the girls were saying like everything's going by in a flash, like you don't notice, and that's understandable. But like it was just like a real moment of actual drama that was not forced. And like he actually cried in that moment because he he went on talking about how like when he was in a group, when he was in EXO, like he talked about like how important teamwork is and like not fighting with your group members and like actually working through problems and stuff. And he got like really emotional, and it was a real moment, unlike most of the shit that Mnet puts on their survival shows. And then there was another moment where like one thing he like after the second round of eliminations or first round maybe. Yeah, it had to be first round because I think there's only been 2 eliminations. He like basically like sat down with the rest of the trainees and was like, why are you guys crying? Like, like it's not like you're never gonna see these people again. Like this is a survival show. You knew people were gonna be eliminated. Like you guys need to be like strong, and like you shouldn't be crying so much over these people being eliminated. Like sure they're your friends, but you have chat services and social media services. Like you're gonna be able to talk to these people. It's not like they're going away forever. And like just sat down with them and just like you don't need all this, like you don't need to put all that stress on your body. And like the next elimination, everyone was like happy when the people that didn't get eliminated. And like I don't know, it feels more wholesome, if that makes sense. So everyone should watch Produce 101 China. That was we got a little off topic, but
Produce 48. I need to watch the first episode.
Yeah, it's subs are up, but I haven't watched it yet either.
Yeah,
that'll probably we'll talk about that after KCON episode.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it like tomorrow night, or actually I might download it and watch it on the bus to New York. It's probably a better place. So yeah, we got KCON this weekend. So yep.
Also Eric Nam Thursday.
Oh yeah, Eric Nam on Thursday. So that's gonna be great. Eric Nam on Thursday, and then KCON Saturday, Sunday. So it'll be a good long weekend, I guess, for me because I took the days off. Yep. Yeah. Although I have to leave at 4 a.m. to get to my bus
on Thursday.
Yeah, I have to get on the bus at 4:30 a.m.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wake up pretty much the same time. I wake up because
I didn't want to get to New York too late, so I don't know.
Yeah. When is my flight again? I leave at 8:45. So yeah, basically I'll leave when I normally do, because the airport's an hour
What's funny is
away.
You're gonna leave like 4 hours after me, but you're gonna get there an hour before me.
Yeah. Well, it's
dang planes.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's like 2 hours. The flight.
My bus ride's gonna be like 8 hours.
Yep.
Rip me.
Yeah. Well, you can watch Produce 48 and play Hollow Knight.
My Switch. Yeah, Hollow Knight on my Switch.
Hollow Knight looks really good. By the way. I know. We're getting way off topic. This is a true fireside chat.
Yep. All right. So I guess with here we can end this short episode, which actually ended up being like more like a
it's gonna be like an hour.
Like half a show. It's like half a show, I guess.
Because we started recording and then went to get water and stuff, so you cut a good 10 minutes off of the time. So it's probably about an hour long.
Yeah, about an hour. So yeah. To those of you who listen this week, thanks a lot. Tell your friends. Join Facebook or Discord, and subreddit will be up soon. Soon TM.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows when soon is? Because we're gonna be at KCON, so we're not gonna be able to work on it.
eventually.
Yeah, and if you're at KCON, hit us up on Twitter to meet us or whatever. If you see us, say hi. I don't know how few of you guys that listen will actually be there. We know Victoria will be there, but but anyone else,
if
come
you
see
do
us.
recognize us, say hi.
Yeah,
We
Jacob
think
and
it'd be
Andrew
cool.
will be somewhere.
We might look at you funny at first, but then like, oh yeah, we do this YouTube thing.
Yeah, people actually might possibly know who we are. Probably not, but maybe. I know Jacob and Andrew will probably, one of them will be stuck in the P1 standing line the whole time, both days.
Yeah, I mean, I might go check out the convention though first.
Yeah, make
just
Andrew
jump in
sit
line.
in it.
Hopefully nobody. Well, I'll let him go and look around as well if he wants to as well.
Yeah.
One of us will just have to hold our spot.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, say hi if you're there. Otherwise, join Discord or Facebook so you can talk to us. Also, we're always on Twitter.
Yeah. So yeah.
Annyeong.
With that, thank you and goodbye. And
stay creamy.
stay
Throbbingly
creamy.